Introduction. Ajit is waiting with his grandfather at the bus stop for his school bus. He is busy observing the people rushing for their offices. All of them have their scooters and cars. Most of them are alone in their cars. Ajit is aware that vehicles cause air pollution. He wonders why people cannot walk or cycle to nearby areas. It will not only reduce air pollution, but also improve their health. In this lesson, you will learn about air and its pollution. Characteristics of air. We are surrounded by air. Air is a mixture of gases and other particles. It is essential for the survival of living things. All living things breathe in and breathe out air. It has no taste, color, or odor. We cannot see it, but we can feel it. Air has weight. Take two inflatable balloons. Blow air into it. Weight. Now weigh the deflated balloon. What do you find? The inflated balloon feels heavier than the deflated one. This proves that air has weight. Air is needed for burning. Let us perform an experiment. Light a candle. Now invert a gas tumbler over it. This action cuts off air supply to the burning candle. A little while later, the candle stops burning. This proves that air is essential for burning. Composition of air. Air is made up of several gases, the most important being nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Air contains water vapor and dust particles as well. The tiny dust particles can be seen moving in a stream of sunlight entering a room. Causes of air pollution. Air gets polluted by the smoke released by factories and vehicles. Burning leaves, plastic, and garbage also produces smoke and pollutes air. Breathing polluted air causes many respiratory diseases like asthma, bronchitis, etc. Reduction in air pollution. It is our responsibility to reduce air pollution. We can do so by planting new trees, using public transport, covering short distances on foot or cycle, carpooling, not burning leaves, plastic, and other garbage. Wind. Moving air is known as wind. Wind moves clouds and causes rains. Wind moves sailboats and gliders. Wind power is used to generate electricity. Wind power is used to pump water. Wind direction. Wind has direction. Wind is known by its direction. For example, winds which blow from east to west are called easterly winds. Similarly, winds that blow from west to east are known as westerly winds. We can determine the direction of wind with the help of a wind vane. The arrow of the wind vane indicates the direction from which the wind is blowing. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Air has no taste, color, or odor. Air has weight and it is essential for burning. Air is made up of many gases, water vapor, and dust particles. Air gets polluted by smoke from factories and vehicles. Breathing polluted air causes respiratory diseases. Moving air is known as wind. Wind has direction. Wind direction is determined with the help of a wind vane. Introduction. Hello friends, look at this. This is a beautiful blue planet. This is where we live. Yes, this is Earth. As we can know that different types of animals and plants are found here. Both plants and animals form an integral part of our Earth. Plants make it green, while animals eat them to survive. So let us learn more about the animals. objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify different types of animals, describe different body parts of an animal, differentiate between the eating habits of animals, discuss about birds, their beaks, and their feet. Define the food chain. Friends, as we all know that animals are living organisms. They can move and grow. They have the ability to produce their own young ones. We can see different animals all around the world. They are in various sizes, shapes, and colors. There are different types of animals living on this planet. These are land animals, water animals, amphibians, insects, and birds. Let us know more about them. The animals that live on land are called land animals. The examples are cow, goat, dog, lion, and tiger. You will be surprised to know that some land animals live under the ground in holes and burrows like earthworm, rat, and snake. These are also known as burrowing animals. Under land animals, the body is mainly divided into 4 parts: head, neck, trunk, and tail. The head bears eyes, nose, ears, and mouth. Next body part is the neck. The neck helps animals move their head up and down and left and right. The trunk encloses many body organs. The legs help in movement from one place to another. In some animals, the tail helps to balance the body. All animals need food to get energy and perform various functions. They eat different types of foods with the help of different types of teeth. Herbivorous. Herbivores eat plants. They have sharp and flat teeth for grinding grasses and leaves. Cow, goat, and buffalo are the examples of herbivores. Carnivorous. Carnivores eat flesh with their sharp, pointed, and strong teeth. Lion and tiger are the examples of carnivores. Omnivorous. Omnivorous eat both plants and flesh. Bear and crow are the examples of omnivorous. After having knowledge of general eating habits of animals, let us now learn about the special feeding habits of animals. In fact, some of the animals eat their food in very special ways. For example, a butterfly sucks nectar from the flowers with the help of a long tube present in their mouth. The frogs have sticky tongue to catch insects, while elephants use their long trunk to detach tree leaves. Now let's move on another topic, that is taking care of young ones of animals. We see that young ones of animals look like them. Animals take care of their young ones and feed them. To protect puppies, dogs should be kept in kennel. To protect cows and buffaloes, they should be kept in sheds. To protect its baby, kangaroo keeps it in its pouch. Now let us know about other animals like water animals, amphibians, and insects. The animals that live in water are called as water animals. Fish, whale, and tortoise are few of the examples of water animals. There are some animals that can live both on land and in water. These are called as amphibians, for example, frogs and snakes. The insects crawl on ground or other supports, for example, spiders and ants. Some insects can fly also. Now let us learn about birds. Birds are animals that have wings and can fly. They have feathers on their body which keep their body warm. They make their nests on the trees. These nests are their homes where they live and feed their young ones. Birds eat and feed their young ones with the help of their beak.
Beaks are of different types in different birds. For example, vultures and eagles have sharp and strong beaks to eat animal flesh, while ducks have broad, flat beaks to eat plants and insects in the water. Woodpeckers, on the other hand, have long, sharp beaks to take out insects living inside the woods. As we all know that the birds walk and hold food with their feet and claws, different birds use their feet and claws differently. As we see, vultures and eagles have sharp and strong claws to hold small animals, while ducks have webbed feet that help them swim in water. Woodpeckers have broad feet and they use their feet to climb the trees. Friends, do you know this fact that all animals are connected to each other? Actually, they all are dependent on one another for food. Herbivores eat plants to get nutrition. The carnivores eat flesh of herbivores, and while omnivores eat both herbivores and carnivores. A food chain is the sequence of who eats whom to obtain nutrition. For example, a rabbit eats grass and lion eats rabbit. A bear can eat both. Summary. Now friends, let us summarize what we have learned so far. All animals are living beings. They all are in various sizes, shapes, and colors. Animals are of different types like land animals, water animals, amphibians, insects, and birds. The animals that live on land are called as land animals. In the land animals, body is mainly divided into 4 parts: head, neck, trunk, and tail. On the basis of food habits, the animals are divided into herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. The animals that live in water are called as water animals, while the animals that live in water are called as water animals. There are some animals that can live both on land and in water. These are called as amphibians. The insects crawl on ground or other supports. Birds are animals that have wings and can fly. They have feathers on their body, which helps them to keep their body warm. A food chain is the sequence of who eats whom to obtain nutrition. Introduction. Ravina likes watching the twinkling stars in the night sky. Today she notices a star that doesn't twinkle. She wonders if it is a special star. She asks her mother. Her mother tells her that it is not a star but a planet. Ravina wants to know the difference between a star and a planet. In this lesson, you'll learn about the objects in space. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to define space, define astronomer, define solar system, define natural satellite, distinguish between rotation and revolution, explain the importance of Earth's atmosphere. Discovering space. Sun, moon and the stars that we see in the sky are all located in space. The Earth on which we live is also in space. Everything from the small dust particle to the large planet is placed in space. Indian astronomers. An astronomer is a person who studies stars and planets. He uses a telescope for his study. Bhaskaracharya, Aryabhat, and Jayant Vishnu Narlikar are some well-known Indian astronomers. Solar System. We live in the solar system. The solar system is the family of Sun and its 8 planets. In the solar system, the Sun is placed at the center and the 8 planets revolve around it. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Sun. Sun is the head of the solar system. It is a star which emits its own light. Sunlight is very important for the existence of life on Earth. Without sunlight, Earth would have been very cold and could not have supported life. Moon. A natural satellite is a celestial object that revolves around a planet. It is natural and not man-made. Moon is the natural satellite of Earth. It revolves around the Earth. Apart from Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the other planets that have moons. While Earth has only one moon, all other planets have more than one. Jupiter and Saturn have around 60 moons. Life on Moon. Though Moon is the natural satellite of Earth, it is very different from Earth. There is no air, water or food on the Moon. Therefore, life is not possible on it. Landing on Moon. Even though life is impossible on Moon, it continues to fascinate scientists. They wanted to learn more about it. Therefore, they sent a mission called Apollo 11 to Moon in the year 1969. Neil Armstrong was part of the mission. He was the first man to land on the Moon on 20th July 1969. He performed various experiments on the Moon and brought back samples of soil and rock. Stars. The objects that twinkle in the sky at night are stars. They are natural objects which emit their own light. Sun is also a star. Our Earth. Earth, the planet on which we live, is the 3rd planet of the solar system. Life is possible on Earth because of the presence of air, water and food. Its temperature also supports life. Movement of Earth. Earth shows 2 types of movement. Movement of Earth on its axis is called rotation. Earth completes one rotation in 24 hours. Earth's rotation causes day and night. The part of Earth which faces the Sun experiences the day. The part of Earth which faces away from the Sun experiences night. Movement of Earth around the Sun is called revolution. Earth completes one revolution in a year. It causes seasons on Earth. Atmosphere. Air on Earth forms its atmosphere. Nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide are the important gases present in the Earth's atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is made up of many layers. The ozone layer saves us from the harmful rays of the Sun. Earth's atmosphere maintains the temperature on Earth that makes life possible on Earth. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. All planets, stars and other objects are located in space. Sun and its 8 planets form the solar system. Moon is the natural satellite of Earth. There is no life on Moon. Neil Armstrong was the first man to land on Moon. Stars are natural objects that emit their own light. Rotation of Earth on its axis causes day and night.
Revolution of Earth around the Sun causes seasons. Ozone layer of the Earth's atmosphere protects us from the harmful rays of the Sun. Introduction. Meeta is growing apace. Her mother is worried. She takes Meeta to a doctor. The doctor examines her. She advises Meeta to stop eating junk food such as burgers, pizzas, samosas, etc. and asks her to start eating a balanced diet rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals. In this lesson, you will learn about different types of food and their importance. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to classify food, define energy-giving food, define bodybuilding food, define protective food, list the sources of food for plants and animals, list good food habits. Food. We eat a lot of variety of food. Food is made up of nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Human body requires 3 types of food. They are energy-giving food, bodybuilding food, and protective food. Energy-giving food. Energy-giving food gives us energy to do work. Energy-giving food is rich in carbohydrates and fats. Rice, wheat, potato, oil and butter are examples of energy-giving food. Rice, wheat and potatoes have carbohydrates. Oil and butter have fats. Bodybuilding food. Human body needs protein-rich food to grow. Food rich in protein is called bodybuilding food. Human body requires protein to grow. Milk, eggs, meat, cheese and gram are examples of bodybuilding food. Protective food. Food rich in vitamins and minerals protects us from diseases. Therefore, it is called protective food. Green leafy vegetables such as spinach and cabbage, carrots and fruits have lots of vitamins and minerals. Vegetables. We get our food from plants. The various parts of plant is eaten as vegetables. We eat different parts of a plant as vegetables. The various plant parts are roots, stem, leaves and seeds. Carrots, turnips and radish are roots. Potatoes, onions and garlic are stems. Spinach and cabbage are leaves. Peas and beans are seeds. Food for plants. Let us now understand where plants get their food. Plants make their own food with the help of sunlight. Plants take water from the soil and prepare food in their leaves. The plant takes up some part of food and the rest is stored in its roots, stem, leaves and seeds. Food for animals. Let us learn about what animals eat. Some animals eat grass, leaves and plants. They are known as herbivorous. Examples of herbivorous are cows, deer, etc. Some animals eat other animals. They are known as carnivorous. Examples of carnivores are lions, tigers, etc. Some animals eat both plants and other animals. They are known as omnivorous. Examples of omnivorous are bear, dogs, etc. Vegetarian and non-vegetarian.
Plant products like fruits, vegetables and dairy products are vegetarian food. People who eat them are called vegetarians. Animal products like meat, eggs and fish are non-vegetarian food. People who eat them are called non-vegetarians. Good food habits. Good food habits help us to stay fit and healthy. Let us learn some good food habits. Always wash your hands with soap and water before and after meals. Wash fruits and vegetables before eating. Avoid junk food. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Food is made up of nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Energy-giving food is rich in carbohydrates and fats. Bodybuilding food is rich in proteins. Protective food is rich in minerals and vitamins. Plants make their food in their leaves. People who eat vegetables, fruits and dairy products are called vegetarians. People who eat meat, eggs and fish are called non-vegetarians. We should follow good food habits to stay fit and healthy. Introduction. Rahul was a very untidy boy. He left his clothes, books, shoes and toys scattered all over the room. His mother was tired of putting his room in order. One day she decided to leave Rahul's room as it was. Rahul returned from school and accidentally stepped on a banana peel he had forgotten to throw in the dustbin in the morning. He slipped and fell and hurt his back. Thankfully, the injury was not serious. However, this incident changed him. He now keeps his room neat and tidy. In this lesson, you will learn about good habits. Daily routine. We do certain activities every day. Such activities form our daily routine. Let us now list your daily routine. Every day you brush your teeth, bathe, comb your hair, wear clean clothes, eat breakfast, go to school, study and play at school, return home in the afternoon, eat lunch, do your homework, go out and play with friends, return home and study, watch TV, eat dinner with family, sleep. Exercise. Our daily routine must also include exercises so that we remain active and healthy. Jogging, running, cycling, swimming, etc. are excellent forms of exercise. An exercise strengthens our muscles, keeps us active, protects us from diseases. Healthy playing habits. Playing is a very good mental and physical exercise. Outdoor games exercise our muscles and make them strong. They also teach us planning and cooperation. Indoor games exercise and sharpen our minds. Certain precautions must be exercised while playing. We must never play on roads. We must not destroy property while playing. We must not fight while playing. We must play in open grounds. We must develop sportsman spirit. Healthy food habits. Besides exercising, we must also watch what we eat. We must eat a balanced and nutritious diet that includes cereals, pulses, vegetables, and fruits. It is not enough to eat right food. It is important to eat it at the right time and in the right manner. We should not skip any meal.
We should eat all our meals at a fixed time. We should chew our food properly and not eat in a hurry. We should neither eat less nor eat more. Eating less leads to undernourishment, while overeating leads to obesity. Good eating habits. In addition to good food habits, must also develop the following good eating habits. Trim and clean our fingernails regularly. Wash hands before and after every meal. Wash fruits well before eating. Use clean utensils for eating food. Eat quietly. Good habits at home. Apart from playing, exercising and developing good food and eating habits, we should maintain personal and domestic hygiene by bathing every day, washing and combing our hair, wearing washed and ironed clothes, throwing garbage in garbage bins. Good personal and domestic hygiene keeps us fit. Care of belongings. Another good habit that we must all develop is to take care of our belongings. We should not leave our belongings scattered. Always put them back in their places. Arrange our books in the shelves neatly. Place our shoes in shoe racks. Keep washed clothes in wardrobes. Healthy sleeping habits. A good night's sleep is as important as any exercise to stay active and fit. Sleep rests and refreshes our mind and body. To get a sound sleep of 8 hours and wake up refreshed, use a mattress that is neither too soft nor too hard. Use a pillow. Keep the bedroom clean. Use soothing lights. Pure air. Air is a mixture of gases. Oxygen contained in air is important for the survival of living things. Air is polluted by smoke from vehicles and industries. Breathing polluted air can lead to asthma, bronchitis, etc. We can solve the problem by planting more trees. Trees purify air by absorbing the carbon dioxide in them and giving out oxygen. Pure water. Water is also an important natural resource. It is necessary for the survival of plants, animals, and human beings. Fertilizers wasted from industries and washing clothes and animals in the rivers pollute water. Drinking dirty water can cause many diseases like jaundice, typhoid, etc. Therefore, we must filter to purify water. Water is a scarce resource. We must not waste it while brushing, bathing, and washing. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Activities that we do every day form our daily routine. Playing and exercising keep us mentally and physically fit and active. We must develop good eating habits. We must maintain personal and domestic hygiene to lead a healthy life. We must take care of our belongings. A sound sleep of 8 hours refreshes our mind and body. Introduction. Seema is spending her Dussehra holidays at Kerala with her parents. She notices some strange-looking boats on water. These boats have huts built on them. She inquires her father about them. Her father tells her that they are houseboats. Tourists stay in them and enjoy the scenic beauty around. In this lesson, you will learn about different types of houses. Kacha house. Houses made of mud, grass, straws and leaves are kacha houses. They are also known as huts. Kacha houses are found in villages. They are cheap and easy to build. But kacha houses cannot face storms, heavy rains and earthquakes and get destroyed. Pakka house. Houses made of bricks, stones, cement, concrete, iron and timber are pakka houses. They are found in towns and cities. They are expensive. Pakka houses are strong and can face storms, heavy rains and earthquakes. Good house. Houses protect us from extreme weather conditions. Houses may be small or big. But a good house is one which is airy and well ventilated, has open areas like verandas, has a separate cooking area, has a separate sleeping area, has independent bathrooms and toilets, has a separate area for entertaining guests. Clean house. We must keep our houses clean if we want to lead happy and healthy lives. We can do so by ensuring that drains are cleared regularly, garbage is disposed of every day, insects such as mosquitoes, flies, cockroaches, etc. do not breed in and around the house. Some other shelters. Apart from kacha and pakka houses, there are some other forms of shelter. They are houseboats, igloos, caravans. Houseboats are houses on boats. They float on water. They are found in Kerala, Kashmir, etc. Igloos are houses of snow. They are made by Eskimos. They are found in Greenland. Caravans are mobile houses. Such houses have wheels. They can move from one place to another. They are used by gypsies who wander from place to place. Home is the best. Houses are structures made of mud, straw and leaves or brick and mortar. A home is a house occupied by a family. Their laughter, happiness and love make a house a home. Shelters of animals. Like human beings, animals also have their shelters. Man built shelters for his tamed animals such as kennels for dogs, sheds for cows, and stables for horses. Other animals build or find shelters for themselves. Birds build nests. Bees make beehives. Owls live in tree holes. Lions live in dens. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Houses made of mud, grass, straws and leaves are kacha houses. Houses made of bricks, stones, cement, concrete, iron and timber are pakka houses. A good house is airy and ventilated. Clean houses help us lead happy and healthy lives. Some other forms of shelter are houseboats, igloos and caravans. Animals also live in shelters such as kennels, stables, sheds, dens, etc. Introduction. Girish is at the hospital. While playing with his friends at school, he twisted his ankle. His ankle is swollen and he is in terrible pain. He is unable to move his feet. The doctor examines him and tells him that he has suffered a bone dislocation. She prescribes medicines and advises bed rest for 4 days. In this lesson, you will learn about the different organ systems of our body and their functions. Parts of human body. Human body is divided into 3 main parts. They are head, trunk, limbs. Head is the uppermost part of the body. Eyes, ears, nose and mouth are located on it. Trunk is the middle part of the body. It is divided into chest and abdomen. Many important organs such as the heart, lungs, stomach, intestines and kidneys are located inside the trunk. Limbs consist of a pair of arms, hands, legs and feet. Our arms and hands assist us in eating, writing, playing, holding and lifting things. Our legs and feet help us to walk, run, kick and dance. external and internal organs. Each of the three main parts of the human body bear many organs. These organs may be classified as external organs and internal organs. The organs that can be seen from outside are called external organs. For example, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and limbs. The organs that cannot be seen from outside are called internal organs. For example, brain, heart, lungs, stomach, liver, kidneys, and bones. Sense organs. The organs that help us to see, hear, smell, taste, and feel are called sense organs. There are 5 sense organs in the human body. They are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Eyes help us to see the things around. Ears help us to hear sounds. Nose helps us to breathe and smell. Tongue helps us to tell one taste from another. Skin protects us from various germs and also keeps our internal body organs safe. Organ systems. The internal organs of the human body are grouped together to form different organ systems. Each organ system performs a special function. Some important organ systems of the human body are skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, and nervous system. Let us now learn how each organ system works. Muscular system. The human muscular system is made up of muscles. Muscles are the soft and fleshy parts of the human body. They are attached to bones and enable movement. Regular exercise keeps bones and muscles strong. Digestive system. The human digestive system consists of the mouth, stomach, intestines, and anus. Human beings take in food through the mouth and remove waste through the anus. The digestive system breaks down and absorbs food which gives energy to the human body. Respiratory system. The human respiratory system is made up of the nose, windpipe, and lungs. It helps take in oxygen from the air and remove carbon dioxide from the human body. The oxygen mixes with food to give us energy. Excretory system. The human excretory system is made up of lungs, kidneys, and skin. It removes wastes from the human body. Kidneys purify blood. They remove excess water from the human body in the form of urine. Lungs remove carbon dioxide. Skin removes waste in the form of sweat. Nervous system. The human nervous system consists of the brain and nerves. It controls all physical and mental human activities such as thinking, eating, reading, and playing. All the other organ systems and their functions are controlled by the nervous system. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Human body is divided into 3 main parts: head, trunk, and limbs. On the basis of their location, human organs are classified as external and internal. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are the 5 sense organs of the human body. Each organ system is made of some organs that together perform a special function. Some important organ systems of the human body are the skeletal, muscular, respiratory, digestive, excretory, and nervous system. Introduction. Avani is very happy today. Her pet, Iris, has given birth to 4 little puppies. The puppies are very soft. They look and feel like cotton balls. Avani is eagerly waiting for the puppies to grow up so that she can play with them. In this lesson, you will learn about living things and their characteristics. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to name the characteristics of living things, define breathing, define sensitivity, define growth, define reproduction. Living and non-living things. Living things display the following characteristics. They breathe, they grow, they move, they reproduce, they sense and feel changes in their environment, they eat and remove wastes from their body. Non-living things do not display any of these characteristics. Food for life. All living things need food. Food gives them energy to grow, move, and reproduce. Non-living things do not need food. Breathing. Living things breathe, whereas non-living things do not. Breathing is the process in which living things take in oxygen and push out carbon dioxide. Sensitivity. All living things can sense and feel the changes around them. This ability to sense and feel the changes in the environment is called sensitivity. The leaves of the touch-me-not plant are sensitive to touch. When touched, they shrink. Non-living things are not sensitive. Growth. All living things grow. Growth means an increase in weight and the size of the body. Non-living things do not show any growth. Movement. All living things move. For example, birds fly, fish swim. All land animals run. However, non-living things cannot move on their own. Reproduction. All living things produce young ones like them. For example, cows produce calves, dogs produce puppies, cats produce kittens. The process of producing young ones is called reproduction. Non-living things do not reproduce. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Living things grow, move, breathe, and reproduce. Non-living things do not breathe, grow, move, or reproduce. Sensitivity is the ability to feel changes. Living things are sensitive. Growth is increase in weight and size. Reproduction is the process by which living things produce young ones like them. Introduction. Vishesh is watching his father going through a map. The map contains a number of symbols and signs. It also has black and blue dotted lines, some green patches, and some dots. He wonders what the signs and symbols on the map represent. In this lesson, you will learn about directions and maps. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to identify geographical directions, explain the use of a compass, identify signs and symbols used in a map. Geographical directions. People live at different places in India. Some places are in the north, while some others are in the south. Some places are located on the east, and some others are on the west. Kashmir, the paradise of earth, is located in the north. Rajasthan, the land of desert, is located in the west. Assam, known for its tea and wildlife, is located in the east. Kerala, famous for its spices and backwaters, is in the south. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. Locating directions. Compass is a device that we use to find directions. A compass has a needle that rotates to indicate direction. The head of needle always points towards north and the tail towards south. Sailors and pilots use a compass to know the directions in which they are moving. Left and right directions. In addition to north, south, west and east, we also use left and right directions to locate a place. We use our hands to indicate the left and right directions. The hand that makes the letter L when the index finger and thumb are stretched out is our left hand, and the other one is our right hand. The places towards our right hand are said to be on the right, and those towards our left hand are said to be on the left. Maps. We often face problems locating a new place. Maps are used to solve such problems. A map shows the countries of the world, their capitals, cities and towns. It also shows different landforms and water bodies present on the earth. A map uses signs and symbols to indicate a place. Signs and symbols. Signs and symbols are pictures that are used in a map to represent places. Some common signs and symbols used in maps are black lines to represent roads, blue lines to represent rivers, green color to represent parks, dots to represent houses, and a fireman's hat to represent fire stations. Signs and symbols help in finding a place quickly and also save space on paper. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. North, south, east and west are the four main geographical directions. Compass is a device that is used to find directions. Maps use signs and symbols to indicate places.
Introduction. Look at these objects. Letters, newspapers, radio, telephones, televisions, fax, mobile phone and internet. All these help us to connect to each other. These are means of communication. Let us learn more about communication. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to list the different means of communication, explain the journey of a letter, know about the modern means of communication. You must have used a paper and pen to write a letter. We use letters to exchange information with people anywhere in the world. Letters are of different types. Postcards, inland letters, and envelopes are the most common. Have you heard about a telegram? It is a type of letter that contains short messages and reaches faster than a letter. Do you know who he is? Yes, he is the postman. He brings our letters, envelopes and parcels. Let us learn how he delivers a letter. After you finish writing the letter, you write name and address of the person to whom it is to be delivered on the top. In case of an envelope, you need to paste postage stamp of correct amount. You then drop the letter in a letter box from where the postman collects all the mails and takes it to the post office. This is a post office. Here, all the letters are sorted and packed in bags according to the place they are to be delivered. Train, bus or airways then take the separate bags of letters to their destined places. After reaching the destination main post office, the letters are separated as per the area mentioned in the address. Each postman then takes these letters to the right person. Thus, a letter travels a long distance and takes a journey of 5 to 6 days before reaching us. This is a newspaper. It is one of the cheapest means of communication. Newspaper gives information about the world in the form of text and pictures printed on a paper. Newspaper is printed in many languages. Friends, let us learn some more means of communication now. Some people do not enjoy reading news. They can hear news using radio. A radio helps us in hearing news and listening to various songs. Television helps us both to see and to hear what is happening far away. In our homes, we can watch films, educational events, sports, and news on television. Rick is talking with his friend Sam. He is using a telephone. Telephones help in exchanging messages through the telephonic wires. We can talk to any person at any place using telephones. We all know that mobile phones have replaced the telephone. A mobile phone can be carried everywhere. It is more useful than a telephone. Fax is a written or typed message sent immediately to a person at a distance from us through fax machine. Fax machine operates using telephone line. Today is the generation of computers and internet. Email is a method of sending typed messages using computers and internet. These help to transfer the messages within few seconds with a click of mouse. Summary. Now, friends, let us summarize what we have learnt. The different means of communication are letter, newspaper, radio, television, telephones, mobile phone, fax, computers, and internet. A letter takes up a journey of 5 to 6 days before reaching us. Newspaper brings news in the form of text and pictures printed on a paper. A radio helps us in hearing news and listening to various songs. Television helps us both to see and to hear. Fax and email are the modern means of communication.
Introduction. It was a lively sunny morning. Nitin is cycling to his friend's place. On the way, scooters, bicycles, cars, buses whiz past him. He cycles past bullock cart carrying sand. Soon he is cycling along the banks of the Yamuna river. He finds men crossing the river in boats. He hears a noise in the sky. He looks up to find a jet fly past. In this lesson, you will learn about different modes and means of transport. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to define transport, define means of transport, define modes of transport, identify different modes of transport. Transport. The movement of goods, animals, and people from one place to another is known as transport. People use cycles, scooters, cars, buses, trains, boats, ships and aeroplanes to move from one place to another. The vehicles used to move goods and passengers from one place to another are called means of transport. Modes of transport. Goods, animals, and people can be transported by road, rail, water, or air. Different mediums used for transportation are known as the modes of transport. Modes of transport can be broadly divided into three categories: land transport, water transport, and air transport. Land transport. The movement of goods and passengers on land is known as land transport. Land transport is of two types: road transport and rail transport. The vehicles that carry passengers and goods by land, such as cars, buses, and trains, are called means of land transport. Water transport. The movement of goods and passengers on water is called water transport. The vehicles that carry goods and passengers through waterways are called means of water transport. Boats and ships are the means of water transport. Air transport. The movement of goods and passengers from one place to another through air is called air transport. The vehicles carrying goods and passengers through air, such as helicopter and aeroplanes, are called means of air transport. Air transport is the fastest mode of transport. Animal as a means of transport. Animal-driven vehicles, such as bullock carts, are used to carry straw, crops, and sometimes even people. Animals like camels, horses, and donkeys carry goods and people. So, animals play an important role in transport. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. The vehicles carrying goods and passengers from one place to another are called means of transport. Different mediums used for transportation are known as the modes of transport. Three different modes of transport are land, water, and air transport. The vehicles carrying goods and passengers through land are called means of land transport. The vehicles carrying goods and passengers through water are called means of water transport. The vehicles carrying goods and passengers through air are called means of air transport. Animals like camels and donkeys carry goods and people. Introduction. Today, Simi is celebrating the festival of colors, Holi, with her friends in the colony. All the people in her colony have gathered in the Central Park. They are applying colors to one another. Small children are throwing water-filled balloons at others. After a while, they will enjoy a special lunch together. In this lesson, we will learn about family and neighborhood. Neighborhood. The area surrounding or near a house is called its neighborhood. Nearby houses, parks, hospitals, markets are all part of a neighborhood. Nuclear family. Nuclear family is a family that consists of parents and one or two children. This type of family is also called the small family. Family and community celebration. Family celebrations are those celebrations in which only the family members take part. Examples of family celebrations are birthday celebrations, marriage celebrations, etc. Community celebrations are those celebrations in which all families in the neighborhood take part. Examples of neighborhood celebrations are Lohri celebrations, Diwali celebrations, etc. Caring for others. We should take care of our family members. We should help our family members. We should be friendly with our neighbors and help them in their hour of need. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. The area surrounding or near a house is called its neighborhood. Family is a group of people living together in a house. Nuclear family is a family that consists of parents and children. Joint family is a family which consists of parents, children, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Family celebrations are those celebrations in which only the family members take part. Community celebrations are those celebrations in which all families in the neighborhood take part. We should take care of our loved ones. Introduction. The word festival means feast day, festive celebration. As kids, when there used to be festivals, only one thing that came to our minds was holidays and sweets that in turn meant lots of fun. India being a society of many religions, there are a lot many festivals. In this lesson, let us learn about the different types of festivals celebrated in India. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to define festival, distinguish among national, religious and harvest festivals, list the characteristics of some national, religious and harvest festivals. Festivals. A festival is an occasion for celebrations. Some festivals last for a day, while some others last for a few days or even a week. Festival times are happy times. During a festival, we clean and decorate our houses, wear new clothes, pray to God, exchange gifts with friends and relatives, enjoy delicacies. Festivals can be broadly classified into three categories: national festivals, religious festivals, and harvest festivals. National festivals. National festivals are celebrated by the entire nation. Some important national festivals celebrated with great enthusiasm in India are Independence Day, Republic Day, Gandhi Jayanti, and Children's Day. We celebrate Republic Day on January 26 every year. On this day, the Constitution of India came into force. Independence Day is celebrated on August 15 every year. On this day, India got freedom from the British. Gandhi Jayanti. We celebrate Gandhi Jayanti on October 2 every year. The day marks the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, who played an important role in getting India independence from the British. Children's Day. The first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was born on November 14. He was very fond of children, and children affectionately addressed him as Chacha Nehru. Hence, his birth anniversary is celebrated as Children's Day every year to commemorate his love for children. Religious festivals. Religious festivals are celebrated to worship our gods and goddesses. They vary from religion to religion. Some important religious festivals are Dasahra, Diwali, Eid ul Fitr, Raksha Bandhan, and Guru Parab. Raksha Bandhan. Raksha Bandhan is one of the festivals celebrated by the Hindus. On this day, sisters tie Rakhis on the wrists of their brothers and pray for their well-being, and in return, brothers promise to protect their sisters from all evil. Dasahra. Dasahra is another Hindu festival that marks the victory of good over evil. It is believed that on this day, Lord Ram killed the demon king Ravan. People gather in a large field in the evening of this day and burn effigies of Ravan, his brother Kumbhakaran, and son Meghnad. Diwali. Diwali is also a Hindu festival. The word Diwali means a row of lights. Hindus believe that Lord Ram returned to Ayodhya on this day after 14 years of exile. Hindus worship goddess Lakshmi on Diwali and seek her blessings. They also exchange sweets and gifts with their relatives and friends. They also burst crackers at night and enjoy. Eid ul Fitr. Eid ul Fitr is a Muslim festival. On this day, Muslims offer prayers in mosques and invite friends and relatives to make merry at home. Guru Purabs. Guru Purabs are celebrated by the Sikhs. Guru Purabs mark the birth anniversaries of the 10 Sikh Gurus. On these days, Sikhs visit Gurudwaras, offer prayers, perform Kar Seva, and organize langars for the poor. Harvest festivals. Now let us turn our attention to harvest festivals. Harvest festivals are celebrated in different parts of India when crops are harvested. Some well-known harvest festivals are Onam, Pongal, and Lohri. Onam is the harvest festival of Kerala. During this festival, people of Kerala prepare goodies at home, play games, and participate in snake boat race. Pongal is the harvest festival of Tamil Nadu. During this festival, people decorate their houses and worship the sun god for a bountiful crop. Lohri is the harvest festival of Punjab. On this day, people make bonfires and offer newly harvested crops to the fire god as a thanksgiving. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Festival is an occasion for celebrations. National festivals are celebrated by the entire nation. Some national festivals of India are Independence Day, Republic Day, Gandhi Jayanti, and Children's Day. Religious festivals are celebrated by different religions. Some religious festivals are Raksha Bandhan, Dasahra, Diwali, Eid ul Fitr, and Guru Parabs. Harvest festivals are celebrated in different parts of India when crops are harvested. Some harvest festivals are Onam, Pongal, and Lohri. Air pollution. Air is essential for existence of life. Presence of harmful substances in air is called air pollution. Air pollution is caused by smoke emitted by industries, vehicles, and burning of plastic. It causes many respiratory diseases like asthma, bronchitis, etc. We can stop air pollution by reducing the smoke released in the air. Water pollution. Like air, water is also important for our survival. Presence of harmful substances in water is called water pollution. Domestic and industrial sewage pollute water. Activities such as washing clothes and bathing animals in the rivers also cause water pollution. Water pollution can cause diseases like diarrhea, jaundice, typhoid, etc. We can reduce water pollution by preventing disposal of waste into water. Soil pollution. Soil pollution results when harmful substances get mixed with soil. Industrial waste, fertilizers, pesticides, and insecticides pollute soil. Soil pollution reduces soil fertility. We can prevent soil pollution by reducing usage of fertilizers, pesticides, and insecticides. Noise pollution. Unwanted sound that disturbs the environment is called noise pollution. Noise pollution is caused by the movement of vehicles, honking of horns, use of loudspeakers, and running of machines in industries. Noise pollution disturbs the old and the ailing. It interferes with the studies of students. It can also result in deafness. We can prevent noise pollution by reducing unwanted sounds. Soil erosion. Soil erosion is the removal and transfer of soil by wind and water. Roots of plants hold the soil and prevent soil erosion. Cutting of plants increases soil erosion. We can prevent soil erosion by planting more trees and plants. Chipko movement. Chipko movement began in Uttarakhand in India in the year 1973 to prevent the cutting of trees. It was called the Chipko movement because during the movement, villagers protected trees from woodcutters by hugging them. Cleaning of surroundings. We should keep our surroundings clean in order to remain healthy. We should keep the rubbish in dustbins, not allow colony drains to overflow, maintain the parks in the neighborhood, avoid use of plastics, plant trees in the neighborhood.
Introduction. Hello friends, I am your friend Rahul. As we all know that our body is made up of several parts. Each part of our body has its assigned job. Similar to our body, a plant also has several parts in its body. Let's learn about parts of a plant and their functions in detail. Objectives. At the end of this course, you will be able to identify the parts of plants, describe the structure and functions of roots, stem, leaves and flowers. Explain the functions of fruits and seeds. Dear friends, as we can see around us, there are a lot of varieties of plants and trees. They all are green in color and provide peace to our eyes. But have you ever observed a plant closely? You can see some of its major parts, such as stem, leaves, flowers and fruits, above the ground. But do you know that some part is also hidden under the ground? This part is called root. Now, let's know the parts of the plant in detail. Let's start with the root. The root is the non-green part of the plant which grows under the ground. Do you know that there are mainly two types of roots? Tap roots
and fibrous roots. But what are they? In a taproot, there is a main thick root that grows deeper in the soil. Several weak and thinner roots grow out from this main root. Taproots are generally found in bean, pea, and mustard plants. But in a fibrous root, a number of almost equal-sized roots are attached to the end of the stem. That is, there is no main root like taproot. This kind of roots is present in grass and wheat. Till now, we have learnt the structure and types of roots. But now the question is, what are the functions of the roots? Friends, actually, roots hold the plant firmly in the soil. They also absorb water and nutrients from the soil and send them to the other parts of the plant. Roots also perform the function of storage of food in some plants such as carrot, radish, and turnip. The food prepared by the plant is stored in the roots. We eat these roots and get nutrition. Now let's know about stem. Stem is the green or brownish part of the plant which grows above the ground. It provides support to the plant and bears branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits on its body. In young plants, the color of the stem is usually green, but over a period of time and with advancing age, it turns brown in color. Some trees, like banyan and mango, have hard, strong, and brown stem. It's called trunk, whereas some trees, such as banana, has a thick but soft and green stem. In some plants, the stems are so weak that they cannot hold the plant upright. Such plant climbs with the help of a support, so they are called climbers. Money plant is the best example of this kind. Now let's focus on the main functions of stem in plants. The water taken in by the roots of the plant travels to the leaves through the stem. This water is used by the leaves to make food. It also carries food made by leaves to all parts of the body. Sometimes the food made by the leaves is stored in the stem as in sugarcane. The other examples are potato and onion. We eat these stems and get nutrition. Next part of the plant is leaf. It is the green part of the plant that is borne on the stem. They are of different shapes. Some are round, some are long, and some are triangular. The surface of a leaf is known as margin, and their margins are also different like their shapes. Some of them have straight margins, while some have uneven margins. The flat part of a leaf is called leaf blade. Each leaf on its leaf blade has a main vein and many small veins connected to it. Through these veins, water is circulated throughout the leaf. Now let's discuss the main functions of a leaf. The main function of a leaf is to make food for the plant. For making the food, they use water, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. This process of making food is called photosynthesis. In this process, oxygen is released. All living things require oxygen for breathing. Some plants, like cabbage and mint, store food in their leaves. We eat these leaves to get nutrition. Now, let's highlight on the most attractive and beautiful part of the plant, that is, flower. They are of different colors. They are of many shapes and sizes. Most of the flowers contain a sweet smell, and when it spreads, it attracts insects and birds. You will be surprised to know that flowers are also called reproductive organ of the plant, as they help plants in the process of reproduction. I know that most of you like fruits. Fruit is the juicy part of the plant. It forms from the flowers of the plant. Fruits are of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Fruits are good for health as they contain many vitamins. Friends, seeds are present inside the fruits. Some fruits like mango have only one seed inside them, while others have many seeds, like in apple and watermelon. Do you know that a new plant grows from a seed? It also stores food for the baby plant. When the seed gets water, air, and suitable temperature, it starts growing, and soon it grows into a new plant. Summary. Now, friends, let's summarize what we have learnt. The main parts of a plant are roots, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits grow above the ground, and the roots grow below the ground. Roots hold the plant firmly in the soil. They absorb water and nutrients from the soil and send them to other parts of the plant. The water travels from roots to the leaves through stem. Some stems also store food in some plants. Leaves make food for plants in the presence of water, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Flowers are also called reproductive organ of the plant as they help plants to reproduce. Fruit is the juicy part of the plant. It forms from the flowers of the plant. Fruits have seeds inside them. A new plant grows from a seed.
Introduction. Hi friends, you must have seen the mountains, soil in the yard, and sand on the road. You also must have collected some stones. Do you know what are they made up of? They are different forms of rocks. Let us discuss about different kinds of rocks. Objectives. At the end of this course, you will be able to describe rocks and their types, explain soil and soil erosion, discuss about the minerals, explain the importance of Chipko movement and Van Mahotsav. As we can see that rocks are all around us. We can also see different things made up of rocks inside our house, in our yard, on the road, and everywhere. Do you know statues, chalk, marble, pencil head, mountains, and soil are all different forms of rocks? You will be surprised to know that rocks aren't always huge solids. Sand and mud are also forms of rocks. All rocks come from earth, and all the three layers of earth are made up of rocks. So we can say that rocks are formed inside the earth. The outermost layer of the earth is called crust, which is formed by solid rocks and soil. The middle and innermost layers are known as mantle and the core respectively. Mantle and outer core is very hot due to high temperature, so rocks are found beneath in melted form. In the inner core, rocks are solid due to high pressure. Dear friends, there are three main types of rocks depending on how they are formed. These are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Let's discuss about them in detail. Igneous rock is formed when molten rocks like lava in volcanoes cool and get hardened, solidified. It is often shiny and glossy. Basalt, granite, pumice, and quartz are the examples of this kind of rocks. Now let's discuss about sedimentary rock. Water and air break igneous rocks into smaller rocks, consequently soil is formed. These pieces settle into layers. Then these layers get compressed and hardened, and finally become sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is usually soft to touch. Limestone, chalk, and coal are the examples of this kind of rocks. Now we come on to metamorphic rock. It is formed either from igneous or sedimentary rock. Igneous or sedimentary rocks are changed or get modified into metamorphic rock due to the influence of heat and pressure. This process occurs deep inside the earth. Metamorphic rock is usually hard and often contains crystals. Marble and slate are the examples of this kind of rocks. Interesting fact. The process of changing of rocks from one form to another is called. Now let's shift to minerals. Minerals are the materials from which rocks are formed. Minerals contain several important substances. Some minerals contain metals like gold and copper and are called as ores. We get metals from these ores. Now we move on to another interesting topic of this course, that is soil. Soil is a thin layer of Earth's crust. It is formed by breaking of rocks into small pieces by the influence of water or wind. Soils are of different types, such as red soil, black soil, coarse soil, and fine soil. Mineral, water, and air are the three important components of soil. Do you know what soil erosion is? Sometimes the soil is carried away by wind and water. This is called soil erosion. You will be surprised to know that cutting of trees also causes soil erosion. Soil erosion makes it infertile. We can protect soil erosion by planting more and more trees. Now we know about an event related to protection against the cutting of trees. The Chipko movement or Chipko Andolan, literally to stick in Hindi, is a social ecological movement through the act of hugging trees to protect them from being felled. Friends, now let's know about Van Mahotsav. Van Mahotsav is a tree planting festival celebrated in the month of July every year. We celebrate Van Mahotsav to increase production of fruits and productivity of agricultural fields, provide fodder leaves for cattle, conserve soil, and to increase the fertility of the soil, generate love and awareness of uses of trees among the people. Summary. Now friends, let us summarize what we have learned. Rocks are all around us. All rocks come from earth. Rocks are of mainly three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. Rocks are formed of minerals. Soil is a thin layer of Earth's crust. Carrying away of soil by wind and water is called soil erosion. To protect the trees from falling down, people hugged them, and this movement is known as Chipko movement. Van Mahotsav is a tree planting festival that develops love and awareness of uses of trees among the people.
Introduction. Ria's mother is out buying grocery. Ria is at home with her 1-year-old younger brother, Dhruv. Ria is busy with her homework. She does not see naughty Dhruv slip out of the room. A little while later, Ria hears her brother scream. She rushes out of her room to find Dhruv in the kitchen holding a bleeding finger. She calms Dhruv down, washes and bandages his finger. She calls her mother, explains the mishap, and asks her to return home immediately. In this lesson, you will learn about safety rules and first aid. Safety. Life is precious. Even a slight carelessness at home, school, playfield, or road can cost us our lives. We can safeguard life by observing some simple safety rules. Safety on road. Accidents occur on roads when we do not follow traffic rules. Some tips to keep ourselves safe on roads are: walk on footpaths, use zebra crossings to cross the road, always hold an elder's hand while crossing the road. Before crossing the road, make sure that it is safe to cross by looking to the right, then to the left, and then again to the right. Traffic lights. Traffic signals are meant for our safety when we are on roads. We should always follow them. The red light at the top of the signal tells vehicles to stop. The green light at the bottom signals vehicles to move, and the yellow light in the middle tells vehicles to wait. Pedestrians crossing the road must do so when the traffic lights are red. Safety while riding bus. Bus is a means of public transport. An accident involving a bus can take many lives in one go. Therefore, some rules must be followed to make bus travel safe. These rules are: form a queue to get into the bus, do not push or break the queue, do not try to get in or out of a moving bus, do not put your hands and head out of a moving bus. Safety at home. Home is where we live with our loved ones. You can keep your home safe by observing some simple rules. These rules are: do not run up or down the stairs. Use scissors and other sharp-edged tools in the presence of elders. Put things back in their places after use. Do not play with matchsticks. Light firecrackers in the presence of elders. Do not switch on or off an electric gadget with wet hands. And do not touch electrical sockets. Safety at school. School is a place where we learn to read, write, play, share, and cooperate. You must always obey the rules of the school. Otherwise, there can be serious accidents. The rules that keep us safe in school are: do not stand on desks. Do not run around in the classroom. Do not hit others. Do not enter laboratories. Inform the class teacher about any injuries, fights, or mishaps. First aid. Sometimes accidents occur in spite of taking precautions. We must administer first aid to prevent such accidents from turning serious. First aid is help given to an accident victim to provide him temporary but immediate relief. A person who gives first aid must stay calm, wash bleeding wounds and bandage them, not panic, not move a person who has had a fall. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Safety rules are meant for our safety. Safety rules must be followed to avoid accidents. Care must be taken while using knives, scissors, fire, and electricity. Traffic rules must be obeyed to avoid road accidents. Rules must be observed while boarding or alighting from a bus. To avoid accidents and injuries in school and classrooms, safety rules must be followed. First aid is help given to an accident victim to provide him temporary but immediate relief. Introduction. Vibha and her family are shifting to a new house today. She watches her mother and father struggle hard to move a trunk in the bedroom. In the living room, she finds her uncle moving a much bigger TV unit quite easily. Her uncle tells her that he could do so because of the wheels present at the bottom of the TV unit. Vibha is surprised that such small wheels can be of such great help. In this lesson, you will learn the story of wheels. Wheels around us. All vehicles that move on roads, such as bicycles, scooters, cars, buses and trucks, trains, and even aeroplanes, have wheels. Wheels in vehicles. Some vehicles such as scooters, motorcycles, etc. have small wheels, while some others such as buses, trucks, etc. having big wheels. Some vehicles have 2 wheels, while some others have 4. Size and number of wheels of a vehicle depend on its size. Let us learn more about wheels. Story of wheels. Long, long ago, when there were no means of transport, man covered distances on foot. He carried his goods on his back or on the backs of domesticated animals like donkeys, buffaloes, etc. But it was difficult to carry loads on animals over long distances. One day while working, man rolled some logs of wood. He did it easily because of their round shape. He used his knowledge and created a cart by connecting 2 round pieces of a tree trunk. But the cart wouldn't move because of the different sizes of the pieces. He then used 2 round pieces of the same size. His cart began to move. This is how wheels came to be invented. Improvements in wheel. With the passage of time, wheels improved. Wooden wheels of the olden days have now been replaced by wheels made of steel, rubber, and iron. Uses of wheels. Wheels are useful to us in many ways. Wheels allow movement of vehicles. Toys come with wheels so that they can be moved. A wheelchair enables movement of a disabled person or a patient from one place to another. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Wheels are present in cars, buses, trains, and planes. They are circular in shape. Circular shape allows wheels to roll easily.
Introduction. Peter, I'm feeling very thirsty. Can you get me some water to drink, please? Yeah, sure. Here you are. I feel much better after drinking water. Thank you. Hey, do you know that a major part of our body consists of water? Oh, really? Yeah, my sister told me about it yesterday. So let's go to her and know more about water. Objectives. At the end of this course, you'll be able to list sources of water and its uses, know different forms of water, describe the concept of water cycle and water supply at our homes. Explain the storage of water and its wastage. Identify the causes of water pollution. Hello, sister.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Peter said that you told him some interesting facts related to water. I also want to know them.
Okay, I will tell you. Actually, water is one of the most abundant substances on the earth. It covers almost 70% of the earth's surface and it makes our entire planet blue when we see it from space. Now I will tell you about the different forms of water. Water exists in 3 forms: liquid, solid, and vapor.
Sister, from where can we get water?
Oh, you are asking about the sources of water. Actually, water has limited number of sources like wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans. Besides these, groundwater is also an important source of water. John, do you know the purposes and uses of water?
No, sister, please tell us.
Water is essential for all humans, plants, and animals. We drink it. We take bath in it. We cook our food in it. We wash and clean our clothes with it. So, it is very helpful in our daily activities.
Sister, yesterday you also told me about the water cycle. Please tell us more about it.
Okay, the water cycle is a natural process of circulation of water from the land to the sky and back to the land. In this process, water in water bodies like rivers, seas, and oceans gets heated up by the sun and forms water vapors. This water vapor rises up in the air and gets cool and turns into cloud and finally into rains. Then, after raining, land water goes to lakes and rivers, which then flow back to the seas or oceans, and the cycle completes. This cycle gets repeated again and again. Guys, now I'm telling you how do we get water supply at our homes and other places. As you know that we get water through taps and this water is drawn from a lake or a river and then it is supplied through a network of pipes after purification process at the water plants. We should not waste water while doing daily activities. We all use so much water while brushing teeth or washing dishes. Sometimes large amount of water gets wasted through small leaks in pipes and dripping taps.
Look, John, this water is so dirty. Oh yes, but how does the water get so dirty?
Guys, do you know that throwing garbage and draining sewage into the water bodies makes it dirty and polluted? We cannot use this water for drinking and other household purposes.
Sister, my teacher told me that we can also store the rainwater and reuse it. But how can we do it?
For storing rainwater, we can use a large tank or even dig a huge pit in the backyard and collect the rainwater in these reservoirs. After that, we can use this stored water for watering outdoor plants to keep them green and for some washing purposes also. And in cases, this water can also be used for drinking purpose after filtration.
Summary. Let's summarize what we have learned so far. Water is one of the most abundant substances found on earth. Water exists in 3 forms: liquid, solid and vapor. We use water in our daily activities. The water cycle is a natural process of circulation of water from the land to the sky and back to land again. We should not waste water. Dumping garbage in water bodies.
Introduction. It is a bright sunny winter afternoon. Seema and her family have planned a picnic at the nearby park. Just when they are getting ready to go, the sun disappears. Dark, rainy clouds appear in the sky. Soon it starts raining heavily. The picnic is cancelled. Seema is upset. In this lesson, you will learn about weather and seasons. Weather. Weather is the everyday state of atmosphere in a particular area at a particular point of time. Weather may change frequently. For example, a sunny morning can be followed by a rainy afternoon. Seasons. The weather changes in cycles, and these cycles are called seasons. There are 4 main seasons in a year. They are summer from April to June, monsoon from July to September, winter from October to January, spring from February to March. Summer season. In the summer season, the weather is hot and sunny. We wear light-colored cotton clothes to stay cool. We wear slippers and sandals and avoid shoes. We enjoy mangoes, ice creams, and cold drinks. We use coolers and air conditioners to keep our homes cool and pleasant. Monsoon season. Monsoon refers to the wind that brings rains. That is why the season of heavy and continuous rainfall is also known as the monsoon season. During the monsoons, we wear raincoats and rain boots. We carry umbrellas when we step out of the house. Clouds. Clouds bring rains. A cloud is made up of millions of water droplets. Many water droplets combine to form water drops. As the drops grow in size, they become heavy and fall on earth as rain. Winds carry clouds from one place to another. Winter season. The winter season is a cold season. During this season, visibility is low due to fog. We wear woolens in winters to keep ourselves warm. We drink cups of steaming hot soups, teas, and coffees. Spring season. The weather is pleasant in the spring season. The season marks the change from winter to summer. Different varieties of flowers blossom in spring. Weather forecast. Prediction of the future weather conditions of an area is called weather forecast. Weather forecast predicts the temperature, humidity, and possibility of rainfalls in a particular area in the near future. Weather reports tell us the weather conditions prevailing in different parts of the world. These reports are prepared with the help of information collected by satellites. Effect of weather. Weather affects us in many ways. For example, we wear clothes according to the prevailing weather conditions. We wear cotton in summers, woolens in winters. The food that we eat also changes according to weather. We prefer to eat cold things in summers and hot things in winters. We change our routine according to the changes in weather. For example, when it rains heavily in the evening during playtime, we stay indoors. Excessive rainfall causes floods, resulting in loss of life and property. Temperature changes and rainfall affect our crops. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Weather is the everyday state of atmosphere in a particular area at a particular point of time. Cyclical weather changes are called seasons. There are 4 main seasons: summer, monsoon, winter and spring. Monsoon is rain-bearing seasonal wind. The clouds are made up of tiny water droplets. Wind is moving air.